Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sister Wives star Meri Brown cultivates a meek and mild persona. She loves playing the victim, but she's not innocent. Meri actually cheated on Cody. Meri Brown should have left Cody Brown a long time ago, as he neglected and humiliated her. Meri often felt sorry for herself instead of fighting for her own happiness and needs. Meri's newfound happiness is changing her for the better, allowing her to move forward with a new love interest, Amos Andrews. Sister Wives star Meri Brown has always had a sad sack image, mostly because she never told off Cody Brown when he neglected and humiliated her. Lately she seems more assertive, but old habits die hard. In the future, if things don't work out with her new boyfriend Amos Andrews, she may retreat into self-pity. Thanks to Cody, Meri's had many dark nights of the soul. Although she was his first wife, he wouldn't give her the love that she needed. Never destined to be his true love, Meri probably had no idea how soul-destroying polygamy would be. Despite a glam hair makeover and weight loss journey, Meri may not be as confident as she seems. For years, Uber patriarch Cody did all that he could to chip away at her self-esteem. At first, she was a hopeful young woman in a white wedding dress. By the time it was all over, she probably felt like Joan of Arc, who was burned at the stake. No matter how hard Meri tried to get along with Cody, she got no joy. She couldn't win. Her loyalty to him, which only slipped once, wasn't enough. Her love meant nothing. Meri lost herself in the relationship. She lost her pride. Cody hurt her more than he had to, but Meri is an adult and has to take responsibility for allowing that. After Cody emotionally abandoned her, she should have trained herself not to care what he thought. Instead, she kept waiting for him to be the man she married. That man is just not there anymore. So many times, Meri seemed to feel sorry for herself when she should have focused on fighting for her own life, her goals, her needs and wants, and her happiness. Instead, Meri was consumed by the spirit of a man who loved another woman. Almost everyone has been damaged by love. It's something that few people escape. However, Meri should have seen the writing on the wall years ago. Rather than heeding signals that were glaringly obvious, she continued holding out hope. Sometimes hope can be a bad thing. In a toxic relationship like Meri's, it definitely was. Yes, she had every right to be sad because Cody stopped loving her. There's nothing wrong with having a heart. The issue is that it was clear years ago that Cody was all about Robin. He actually went out of his way to make Meri feel unloved and small. So the fact that she seemingly pined over a man who was overtly cruel was really the saddest thing of all. Meri was conditioned to believe that she had to stay with her husband forever. She had to break through a lot of brainwashing before she was truly ready to leave. While she should have left earlier, leaving still showed courage. In the recent past, Meri may have exaggerated her love for Cody, but maybe not. Maybe she really did love the man who did all of this to her. She may have remembered what he used to be like. However, Meri owed it to herself to let go. It took so long for that to happen. Finally, she's done it. Now she can live for herself. The ghosts of the past don't need to haunt her for a lifetime. She can be free, leaving Cody with Robin, where he belongs. To be a true martyr, someone has to fight for an ideal and be willing to die for it. Meri never went to war for her ideals. Instead, she seemed to let life wash over her. Meri's not a fiery woman, and there were times when having a little more fire would have been good for her. Alas, that wasn't meant to be. Meri's not going to stand in a battlefield, her face streaked with dirt and blood, after fighting as hard as she could. She's not like that. Even when she left, she did so timidly. Nor is she the type of martyr who just takes punishment without fighting back. There are those kinds of martyrs too. Meri's found ways to show her displeasure. Usually, she relies on barely cryptic posts that highlight the negative traits of her now ex Cody, so Meri's not really so powerless. She actually emotionally cheated on Cody, and Meri's catfishing scandal is something that she can never live down. Cody didn't forgive her, but Meri conveniently forgets her own role in that debacle. Meri paints Cody as a villain. He often was, but then again, so was she. Cody Brown changed Meri Brown's mind about religion. Meri used to be committed to polygamy. In fact, she stood by Cody when he decided to bring a second wife, Janelle Brown, into the family. Back then, Cody was a more positive spirit. He smiled, he was friendly, he tried. The era before Robin was like a whole different world. where the Brown family was mostly functional, and the wives were often happy. However, once Robin, who also plays the victim on occasion, became a part of the family, everything changed. Now, Meri, Janelle, and sister wives Christine Brown have all renounced plural marriage. Christine disses Cody in lighthearted ways, while Janelle and Meri seem more wounded. Christine has inventive ways of getting her point across. For example, she wore a t-shirt printed with the words, "I tried polygamy." This rejection of polygamy is, in a broader sense, a rejection of religion. Everyone involved has rejected polygamy, which isn't exactly a glowing advertisement for plural marriage. No one believes in it anymore because it doesn't make anyone happy. So even though they once embraced the rules of a strict Mormon sect, they no longer do. Has the Brown family, including Meri, lost its religion? Maybe so. All appear to believe in God, but it's just not the same. The Browns have revised their beliefs to suit their circumstances. This pragmatic approach is very new. It's a seismic shift. So when Meri plays the martyr, she's cloaking her self-interest. Cody and Robin do the very same thing. Real martyrs will die for their faith. They won't abandon it because they're unhappy. The Brown women spend too much time pretending to be Cody's helpless victims, and he spends too much time pretending to be victimized by them. They're all grown-ups and no one involved had to stay if they weren't getting their needs met. A lot of play acting went on and still does. Joan of Arc, a Roman Catholic saint, was murdered because she was believed to be a heretic. Francis Xavier was abused despite her bravery. While Meri hasn't been persecuted for breaking polygamy rules, she definitely rebelled. Of course, Joan of Arc never got a fair hearing. That's why she's a martyr. Conversely, Meri can share her thoughts and opinions ad nauseum. She has the freedom that true martyrs lack. Meri Brown didn't leave Cody because she's unselfish. Martyrs don't do what they please. In E.T.'s exclusive clip, as shown above, Meri let the world know that she and Cody were done. Her decision to leave wasn't a martyr's sacrifice. It was something that was right for her. No one's disputing the fact that she made the right decision. She definitely did. For years, Cody treated her like she was in the way. She got used to that kind of low on the totem pole vibe. Meri got the least from Cody, making even the basically unloved Janelle seem valued by Cody. Joan of Arc had mystical visions that were decidedly spiritual, but Meri appears to be focusing on real life. Her new boyfriend is real. She can reach out and touch him. When she's in the room with him, she can feel his love. That makes her stronger. He isn't emotionally distant like Cody. Meri has found someone who is willing to return love. Hopefully, she and Amos will stay together for a long time. Love's always a gamble, and Meri's stopped putting her time and energy into a sham relationship. She's looking for actual happiness, not a pipe dream or vision. Again, she's no martyr, but who could possibly blame her for making this choice? She deserves happiness as much as anyone else. Meri Brown's drifting away from self-pity. Meri Brown's newfound happiness is changing her. Trauma can change a person, but so can happiness, and Meri's newfound joy is acting on her. It's bringing out her best qualities rather than highlighting her flaws. Now she doesn't have the same drive to post cryptic content that's basically a series of sly digs at Cody. Since she's enjoying her life, she's able to move past all of that. This is so good for her. Now, Meri's posting about her own life instead of adding content that obliquely references Cody. This is progress. Every day and night that she spends feeling good, without thinking about Cody, moves her towards an important goal: true independence. Yes, she can have a partner and still be independent. It's about truly freeing herself from Cody, rather than just pretending to be free. Meri's getting there after a long journey that was filled with darkness, loneliness, and hardship. Meri traveled a long path alone. She may not have fought on the surface, but underneath, she probably needed a lot of strength to stay in a plural marriage that was so loveless. So she privately fought her own battles, even if they were mostly psychological, occasionally venting online. Quite often she must have felt miserable. Now hopefully the long war is over. Meri's in a better place, and even if her relationship doesn't survive, she will. Throughout the ordeal that was her spiritual union with Cody, she had to dig deep. She had to slowly accept what was real. As soon as she did, she was ready to take the next step. Instead of living in a cold and meaningless relationship, where she was Robin's buddy but not Cody's, she was a single woman who could branch out. Sure, it was long overdue, but at least it happened. Watching Meri ditch the martyrdom routine has been amazing. For years she seemed like the Charlie Brown of the Brown family. She was the one in the outfield, staring down at a baseball on the ground that she failed to catch. She probably blamed herself. However, just because Cody rejected her doesn't mean that she's a bad person or unlovable. They just aren't right for each other. Now, Meri can play the hero instead of the victim. She doesn't need to be Charlie Brown forever. Sister Wives. Sister Wives Season 18 featured one main villain, Cody Brown. His neglect of every wife but Robin Brown led to a Brown family meltdown. When the dust settled, 3 wives, Christine, Janelle, and Meri Brown, were gone, leaving Cody with his favorite wife, Robin. Cody Brown hurts women. Meri Brown does deserve sympathy. Cody doesn't turn women into martyrs because females have agency over their own lives. However, he definitely doesn't make them happy. Robin may be the exception, but even she has complained about Cody lately. For example, she felt compelled to tell the world that she wanted monogamy. If they were both on the same page, that type of public proclamation wouldn't be necessary. It seemed like Robin was pressuring him into making a pro-monogamy statement of his own. Meri's been emotionally abused by Cody. Yet she played the victim. Some of it is totally understandable. He seemed to like mocking her, always needing to put her down in order to feel important. Cody's ego is so fragile that it's shocking how easily he tramples on other people's feelings. He can dish out the punishment but has trouble taking it. Cody's so comfortable doing bad things to women. He wouldn't sleep with Christine, who wasn't exactly a villain for wanting intimacy with her husband. He wouldn't touch Meri with a 10-foot pole. As for Janelle in Sister Wives Season 18, he tried to pressure her into accepting some bogus, plural monogamy setup, whereby he could only sleep with Robin forever, but still technically be a polygamist. Sister Wives Cody Brown has a lot to answer for. He's a man with issues, and he's taken his problems out on 3 good women. It's not their fault that he only loved Robin, but didn't have the courage to leave his plural marriage. That's his fault. While Meri does play the martyr sometimes, so does he, and he has way less reason. Now that Meri's free, hopefully she'll keep the strong and positive attitude that she has right now. A winning attitude is the best defense against haters, problems, and more. If Meri looks on the bright side, anything's possible. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.